his whole life. Now, let's see. This is his father, Paul. And Paul is born in the year of the tiger. And yeah, this is definitely a criminal. I don't have to say allegedly because he's been locked up many times. When it comes down to tigers, I've told you, they are criminals just like Bernie Madoff. They go down that route quite often. The Wolf of Wall Street is a goddamn tiger, which is why when they got Leonardo DiCaprio, a tiger, to play the Wolf of Wall Street, who was known as Jordan Bedford, a tiger, that movie did so well because the energy was there. So this guy, being a tiger, had a son born in a monkey year. That is a matrix trap, and they have sued each other. They have literally sued each other. They don't like each other. And again, this is what happens with enemy signs. So again, this is just one case of a tiger he has issues with. We talked about Tate. Now, let's talk about Nikki. Nikki is born August 18th, 1988. Another tiger. So, first tiger, his father. Second tiger, Andrew Tate. Third tiger, Nick. Again, you guys want to say enemy signs ain't real? Are you fucking out your mind? You want to put your faith in Jesus Christ, Allah, something you can't prove? But I am showing you this works, and people want to laugh. I mean, whatever, guys. It is what it is. Nah, I don't think two things can be true in this time, pimp. So, Nikki over here, let's go through his story. Nick Fuentes got in the fight with Charlie Kirk in about 216, and he was thrown out of TP USA based off Ben Shapiro's recommendation, and Kirk went with it. And what Nikki doesn't know is 2016 was his enemy year. That was a monkey year. He's a tiger. So at that point, he's sidelined. He's supposed to be that guy. The guy who is the protege of Charlie Kirk. He has the mouthpiece. No one can deny that. No matter what you say about this homosexual, no one can deny he can fucking talk with the best of them. He gives fucking great monologues. But Nikki gets thrown out of TP USA in his enemy year. Then there is something called Charlottesville. 2017 Charlottesville. And if we go over here, we'll go over here to the Southern Poverty Law Center for a second. I asked AI, did Charlottesville gain Nick Fuentes notoriety? And AI said yes. So we've established that in 2016, he's thrown out. And now Nikki is joining the far right in 2017 and becoming one of their leaders. Now, this has been known for a while, but I want to break this down with the new information that's available right now. Let's look at Nikki over here. The Southern Poverty Law Center. You guys might ask, what does the Southern Poverty Law Center have to do with anything? Well, let me explain. The Southern Poverty Law Center is a Democratic front, but what it is a whole bunch of communists who wanted to justify their existence. So what they did was they basically started funding the KKK and the alt-right. Now, you guys might think how crazy this isn't true. Well, let's go over here and talk to the Justice Department and see what they say. So basically, the Justice Department said that the Southern Poverty Law Center was funding the alt-right. Now, I went to AI and I asked them what specific groups was the alt-right basically being funded by the Southern Poverty Law Center. And look at this. Look at this one. I mean, you got the Ku Klux Klan, National Alliance, a whole bunch of Nazis. Unite the Right event. Over 270,000 was sent to a person involved in planning or attending this event. And again, Nikki over here gets famous after Charlottesville. So we can assess that Nikki is really pissed off that he's not going to be the man. He's not going to be Charlie Kirk's protege anymore. So he takes a deal with the far right who make them his spokesman. But was being funded. He was being funded by leftists, the Southern Poverty Law Center. Think. And then in January 6th, 2001, Nick is inciting people to go into the goddamn Capitol building during January 6th. People have done a lot less than him get prison sentences, but not Nikki. Nikki doesn't get it because Nikki is an agent already. So let me make this clear. The Groypers like to put out there that a former Attorney General Barr had Nick Fuentes on his enemy list, but he was never arrested. Want to know why? You want to know why Nikki was never arrested after he was on fucking the Attorney General's hit list? Because he was already on the take. He was already on the team. He worked for somebody already within the Justice Department, FBI. He was working for the feds. That is why Attorney General Barr couldn't go after him, because he was already an asset. And he has proven he's an asset now by telling you to endorse Democrats. This guy hates Jews so much, yet he endorsed a female, and again, he talks shit about women all the time, yet he endorsed a female Jew who's running in Ohio. Really? Now, there's Jews who on both sides of the aisle has nothing to do with that. But what I'm basically showing you is everything he stands for, and he said he stands for, is a lie. He's not about that life. He's a fraud. He always has been a fraud. So, having said that, let's go through the list over here with Nikki. Nikki and Dan are at each other's throats, and this guy right here, he's exactly what Dan says he is. He's exactly what Elon says he is. He's on the take. He's been on the take since Charlie Kirk threw him out and he went to Charlottesville. And now it's obvious that the Southern Poverty Law Center has something to do with this guy's rise. A Democratic organization planted this guy within the alt-right to be on the far right of the Republican Party so he can tell fucking Republicans to vote for a Democrat. To vote for a Democrat. This is a fraud. And let me tell you something. He is giving nothing but I hate America vibes. Let's go through them though. Nick Fuentes, 8/18/1998, 8 Life Path Tiger. Nick Fuentes is a Leo, extremely charismatic, and tigers are great communicators. Andrew Tate's a tiger. They know how to talk. They should. Tiger is the third sign, and 3 is the number of communication. So it all makes sense. But let me tell you about what I know about this guy. Every person who's been friends with him, he's burned. Every single person who's been friends with this guy, he's burned. He doesn't care about JQ. He doesn't care about Israel. He doesn't care about any of this. This was his way to make it. He was going to join the Israeli side. All of a sudden, they didn't want him anymore, so he joined this side. This is a hired gun. He does not care. All he cares about is his ego and for him to be fucking worshipped. Like a King Leo. If you are a Nick Fuentes fan, you might as well bend over and be the bitch that you are. This is an utter fraud. Have nothing to do with them. The Groypers are a whole bunch of incels raised by single mother whores. That is his fucking base. This is a plant. The evidence is there. He is compromised. Absolutely compromised. There we go. Next, Jake Shields. Jake Shields, born January 9th, 1979, a Capricorn horse and a double 9 life path. Jake didn't know anything about this before 2023. He didn't know anything about this. But as the movement started building, the 9 life path, which is what he is, started adapting to the movement, and he started going with it. He is a 9. 9s adapt to their environment. The people around him are staunch Israeli haters, so he joined the crowd. I'm not saying he's right or wrong, but I understand why he hates Israel. He's a horse. And Israel is found in the rat year, enemy signs. So you're going to see a lot of horses attack Israel. Throughout history, you go back to Nelson Mandela, a horse was attacking Israel all the time. This is completely natural. I am born in the year of the snake. I don't like the UK. I talk shit about the UK all the time. I think they should take the UK's nukes and their fucking aircraft carriers. What the fuck did they need them for? The UK is a pig. My enemy sign. So it's completely natural what Jake is doing. But as a person, I know him. I've hung out with him. I've told Jake in 2024 on his own show, Nick Fuentes was an asset. He didn't believe it then. He probably does now. I was always right. I'm always right about these things. But he is not compromised. This is a man who, whether he's right or wrong, he is about his principles, and he actually believes in what he's doing. He's not getting checks from anybody. Unlike Nikki, who's on the take, Jake Shields believes what he's saying, and he's a genuine person, and I've actually met him. It is what it is. Next. Myron Gaines. Myron Gaines is born in the year of the horse, and just like Jake Shields, he's not a fan of Israel. Horse, rat, enemy signs. Obviously, I'm Myron's manager, but I'm going to say this genuinely. Myron is one of the best people I've met. I can make handshake deals with Myron because Myron is a man of principle. If you look at what they say about Myron, they call him misogynistic, anti-Semitic, racist. He's attacking everybody. He is going after everybody, not just one. And by the way, he's a Muslim, and when the Muslims were praying in Times Square, he was going after them. He is genuine, and he is not on the take. Myron does not care about money. Myron still drives a 2002 Honda Accord. Found in 2002 is a horse here, so a little bit there, but he doesn't care about money. He doesn't. I'm his manager. You cannot buy this man. He used to be a Fed, which means he had to go past a background check to make sure he wasn't compromised. Do you think any of these other guys would pass a background check? I know Nick Fuentes wouldn't. Myron is born 2/1/1990. He's a 22 life path. He's a builder. He is the one who is the most genuine person in the JQ movement because he doesn't hate Jews. He doesn't like Israel. How do you know this? I am his Jewish manager. Myron Gaines is solid, and he should be the one leading the JQ movement. Whether you believe in it or not, as an American, you have to believe in free speech. It is what it is. I see the super chats. I'll get to the super chats later. 90 or above, I'll give you a reading. Let's go to the next person in here. Stu Peters. This is a piece of garbage. Stu Peters is born 4/1/1980, 5 life path, and before Stu Peters was a JQer because he saw where the tidal wave was going and he wanted some clout, so he joined the movement. This is a guy who used to be a rapper. He's not a nigga. He's a wigger. That's what this guy is. Okay, he has a failed rap career. Then he started going on the vaccine. Now, obviously, he's doing the right thing, telling people not to get vaccinated. And I was doing the same thing, guys. I was telling people not to get vaccinated. I had my Twitter account suspended many times, right? But the first thing I did was I made sure people in my own family didn't get vaccinated. This guy couldn't convince his own